Good morning. I am Mrs. Mlotshwa from Destiny Learning Center. Today I'm going to teach you science and technology. Specifically, we are going to talk about water. And what is water? Water is life. Water is important. We cannot live without water. For us to talk about water, we have to talk about water conservation. What is to conserve water? Why should we conserve water? Why is it that water must be conserved every now and then? Because water is scarce, which means there is little water for everyone in this world, okay? So we must always do water conservation. To conserve water means to store water. It means to keep water. We must store water and keep water because water is scarce. That's why they say when you use water, make sure you do not waste water. So today we are going to talk about water conservation. How do we store water? Especially if we come to Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, there is little water. There is scarce water. So water conservation is a very important thing to do. Why? Because we all need water and water is life. We cannot live without water. How do we store water? Remember that sometimes you might open your tap and you find out that there is no water. How are you going to get that water? How will you keep that water? We store water in buckets. We can conserve water also in cans. We can conserve water in bottles. Others conserve water in the tanks. These are the different ways in which we can conserve water. Let's move on to our ways. We want to talk about what we call water harvesting. What is water harvesting? To harvest water means to store water. How do we store water? We can store water in our tanks. We can store water, harvest water in the different cans. We can store water in buckets. We can store water in bottles. Remember that if you talk about water, water is life. We need water every now and then, and water is scarce. That's why we must always do water harvesting every now and then. If you look at Zimbabwe now, especially in Bulawayo, they are telling us the water table is low. The table of the water is low. And you find someone wasting water, you go there, you find some people, they are playing water and leaving that water to flow every now and then. We must be able to conserve water. We must harvest our water. And how do we harvest our water? We can do what we call water recycling. How do we recycle water? Let's go back to our homes. Remember that, let's say today there is no water in the tap, and then your mother says, go and bath. After you have bathed with this water, what do you do to that water? Do you lose the water? Or do you store the water? Or you harvest the water? We must remember that we go back to our water conservation. Water is scarce. We must come back and store our water. We store our water. Let's say this water that you've bathed with, you take it, you water the plants. You are recycling this water. You water the plants. Also, what do you do to this water that has been left that you've bathed with? You take this water, you pour it in the toilet. You use it in the toilet. You are recycling this water. You are making sure that you are conserving this water. You are harvesting this water, making sure that we do not lose our water in the whole sequence that we are going to do. So today, I wanted us to talk about water conservation, to say that water is life. Water is important. We must always conserve our water because water is scarce. How do we conserve our water? We said we store our water, we keep our water. We keep our water in the buckets, we can keep our water in the tanks, keep our water in different cans, keep water in the bottles. We can do this through a stage or a term called water harvesting. Remember that our water table is low, especially in Zimbabwe. So how do you conserve your water? You do water recycling. You recycle your water, the water that you've used to bath. You don't lose your water. You store or you harvest your water. You can water the plants. You can also use it in the toilet. I hope you managed to hear this lesson. I hope you managed to understand this lesson about water conservation and why water is so important, because this water is life to us. We cannot live without water, and therefore we must conserve our water. Thank you.